Hello Internetians, my name is Josh, aka Ultra Player, welcoming you to Week 4 of the MLP. We are prepping for our match against the Goldenrod Zebstrikas and Coach Skyyrisee. Now, first thing, the layout does look different from last week. It is back to the old layout. Reason for this is I like recording these before the actual match, and me and him are going to battle in 30 minutes. So I want to go ahead and get this out, or get this recorded and everything, so I don't, slip up and mention something or let the actual match affect how I talk about the team and his team and everything and so forth. So I didn't have a lot of time to prepare this. I will have it next week when I face off against. Good question. I'll know when I actually do the match. But anyway, I will know when I do the match who I'm going to be facing next week. But I will have it back next week. I just couldn't really get it ready and get it looking nice and everything. But it will be back. I promise. I promise. Alright, so we are, like I said, we are prepping against our match against the Goldenrod Zebstrikas. We are coming off a big win against the Charlotte Beedrills and Coach Gray Fox Gaming, who has dropped out of the league. My best wishes to his future endeavors, and I wish him a lot of luck. I'm really sorry about how the whole match went and his feelings towards the not the league, but his feelings towards competitive battling. But that is nothing I can do about that. But onwards to our prep, and more specifically his team. His team being Skyyrisee is very threatening. He has a team consisting of Landorus Incarnate, which is not banned in this league, Entei, Snorlax, Selgor, Raichu, Audino, Mega Blastoise, Cresselia, Salamence, Registeel, and Nidoqueen. Now, his roster is right there. So a Selgor, very fast, not too offensive, very frail, usually a Spike Lead, has stuff like Final Gambit, little cheeky moves, gets access to Acid Spray, U-Turn, Knock Off, a couple other things, but his main job is usually just Spike Stack, Encore stuff, etc., etc. Audino is a Regenerator Mon, normal type, kind of bulky, not too good, loses to a lot of stuff on my team. I don't expect him to bring it. It can Wish Pass, it can be a Cleric, it can set up Calm Minds, although it has very low offensive stats, and it's generally pretty slow. Salamence, very versatile Mon. I've used it in the past, and I love it. It can... How in the hell? Alright. My door's closed, right? Alright, so my cat got in. So, kitty! There's gonna be a cat while I record. Alright, anyway. Can set up stuff like Dragon Dances, can be a Scarf Moxie Sweeper, has access to Intimidate, can be very bulky, although it doesn't really show it all that. 100 base speed, pretty slow. Well, not really pretty slow, but like, pretty average. Speed ties with stuff like my Jirachi, my Tentacruel, but my Tentacruel is not going to run max speed ever. It might. I don't want to say that. Can run a special set with Draco Meteor, Fire Blast, Hydro Pump, etc. Very hard to deal with, and something that I expect him to bring, something I expect to be very scary, something I'm going to have to figure out what it is. It also gets access to Defog and Roost, so it can be really supportive. Landorus Incarnate, not banned in this league. It is a very, very terrifying wall breaker that rips apart my team. We're just getting all the good matchups. 4 times weak to Ice, something I expect him to try to work with using a Yachi Berry or something of the sort. Has a lot of good coverage. Has Earth Power, does Rock Slide, does Sludge Wave, gets access to Knock Off, and Power Ice, U-Turn, can be Scarf, can be Sheer Force Life Orb. Yachi Berry can do a number of things. I just expect him to bring fully offensive. He could bring Rock Polish, which would be kind of unfortunate, but if he's Rock Polish with Yachi Berry, it's actually pretty okay. Honestly, the best thing I can think of is if he's 4 attacks Yachi Berry. That is literally the best possible scenario for my team. Mega Blastoise is one of his other hazard removal other than Entei, and it is also an offensive, typically an offensive rapid spinner. It has a huge Huge special attack stats, access to Mega Launcher, makes stuff like Aura Sphere, Dark Pulse, Dragon Pulse, stuff like that, makes it kind of like Stab. It gets access to Ice Beam, like I said, it has a Rapid Spin, can be bulky with stuff like Counter, Mirror Code, Toxic, Refresh, etc. Very bulky, kind of slow though, so I've taken that into account. Registeel, very, very bulky Mon, does not get access to reliable recovery, very slow. Offensive could use some work, could be physically or especially defensive, could run a curse set, has decent coverage, stuff like Edgequake, it has Iron Head, it gets Thunder, it gets the Elemental Punches, etc. It gets Thunder Wave, it gets Stealth Rock, just general bulky support Mon with options to be, have some coverage. Nidoqueen is a Mon that I've used before. It has access to Toxic Spike, Stealth Rock, can be offensive with Sheer Force Life Orb, his second Sheer Force Mon. Kind of does a number to my team as well. I don't know why all these Sheer Force Mons just body me. But, anyway. Sorry, I was checking the lag on my computer. There seems to be like, it's like a millisecond lag or something. Anyway, can be very offensive, can be offensive from the physical side or special side. Decently slow. Like I say, can be offensive, can be defensive. It's just something you have to watch out for. Snorlax, another Pokemon. Pure normal type, usually can be Assault Fist, Trace Band, Curse, defensive. Has access to Thick Fat and immunity, so knowing which one of those is what he's going to be is going to be very important, because I do have a lot of ice coverage. I don't want him switching in on my ice moves. Cresselia, it's Cresselia. It has a lot of bulk. It's ridiculous. It's annoying. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I've used it before in Showdown Lies, but it's just really annoying to deal with. I swear I see lag, and it really bothers me. Anyway, so it can set up Calm Minds. It can be just a general support Mon. It has access to Lunar Dance, which is like Healing Wish, except better. He has an Entei, strong physical offensive presence with stuff like Banded Sacred Fire, has E-Speed, has Stone Edge, Bulldoze, Flare Blitz, Iron Head. Can be a bit creative if used correctly, but generally you're going to see just strong Sacred Fires coming at you. Another Mon I do expect him to bring. He's a Raichu, which is his electric type, and one of his three electric immunities. He really does not want Volt Turn happening. Very fast. I believe it is the fastest thing on his team other than a Selgor. Yep. Has access to Nasty Plot. Can be a Life Orb attacker. Can be Choice Guard, Choice Specs. Just general Volt Switcher. I don't know if he'll bring it. He could. But third yawn, I think. He could bring it just because I don't have any electric immunity, which is a problem with my team. But if he does, I do have. It's not very strong. It could be strong. It's not the weakest thing ever, but it could. There could be a lot of stuff that's stronger than it. That is his team. Getting into it, I do expect the Salamence and the Landorus and the Entei, maybe the Raichu, Registeel, and Cresselia. Those are the big six that I'm worried about. He does have some other stuff that he can throw in there. He can bring a Selgor to spike stack me, which I don't think he'll do. He could bring Audino, I guess. His Mega Blastoise could come as a Rapid Spinner to prevent me from hazard stacking him, because I do have a Smeargle, which we are not bringing this week because I needed the Mons I have. Really wanted to bring it though. Nidoqueen could come. He's such a little asshole, you know that? Okay, he could bring the Nidoqueen as a Stealth Rock setter, as a Mon that can switch into stuff like Clefable and everything. He could bring Snorlax, just because it's good, but I do have answers for it. And then, that's it. So, getting into my team and what we are bringing, the first Mon I am bringing is Jirachi. I needed a Stealth Rock setter that was reliable, and it could not be Clefable, because I need Clefable for something else. It could not be Smeargle, because I didn't feel like I could bring Smeargle. So here we have Jirachi as a kind of offensive Stealth Rock setter with the Sugar Berry, so I could stop the Landorus. I have so much stuff to stop the Landorus. It is ridiculous. I am so afraid of this Landorus Incarnate just coming in and getting a kill every time. We have Ironhead just for general stab and possible flinch hacks. And then we have Thunderbolt just because it provides the best neutral coverage against his team for stuff like Mega Blastoise and for dealing like, instead of dealing like 3% to Registeel, we're going to deal like 5. Like I said, Thunderbolt's probably the best move I could put on there. I wanted Thunderbolt because that's where more, because over Thunder Punch, because I was more invested in my special attack. Special attacks to make sure that I do take out the Entei, or not the Entei, but I do take out the Landorus Incarnate or the Salamence with Icy Wind, I believe. Is it that? It's after Rocks, I believe. Well, which either that, or actually I believe with this investment, Icy Wind is EV to 2-hit KO. It might. Anyway, Icy Wind just is to make sure I can blow back Salamence and Landorus because they're both very offensive. They are both very good against my team, and they both could very well come. Stealth Rock is very good against his team. I really hope I don't see that Mega Blastoise. If I don't see that and his Salamence is offensive, then Stealth Rock stay up, and they hurt the Landorus. They hurt basically everything on his team and help put some chip damage on it so other things can come in and kill it. So, looking at his team, some of his mons are very big nuisances to mine. So I needed something that could stop him from his bigger walls, mainly Cresselia and Registeel. So I have my Mandibuzz coming. Once again, this is basically my 100% stop the Cresselia mon. I am bringing back Hex again just because, I don't need to Overcoat. He doesn't really have any Spore moves that I could see unless he brings Stun Spore or Selgor. I have enough speed to outspeed an uninvested Cresselia, and then max special defense, mainly to specially defensive, to take on the Cresselia, a Calm Mind. I can come in on Cresselia no matter what, taunt it, Toxic it, and start wearing it down. I want that Cresselia gone because it is one of his best answers to my Mega Lopunny, which is coming because it's Mega Lopunny. It can always come. Toxic Taunt Roost Knockoff. This will stop a Cursed Registeel. This will stop a Calm Mind Cresselia. This will stop almost any variant of the two, and I can stall them both out. Originally, I did have another move on here, but I replaced it for Toxic. I don't want to talk about which move it was because I may be, if on the chance that I face Skyyrisee again in the playoffs, which could happen. I just don't know where each of us will be. I don't know if we'll face each other week 1 or whatever. Anyway, if we do face each other in the playoffs again, I might bring that set. So let's not talk about what it is. Toxic Roost Taunt Knockoff. This 100% beats the Cresselia. I can start knocking off stuff. I can get rid of Entei's possible choice band, which would be really nice. I can get rid of Salamence or Landorus' Life Orb or their Yachi Berry or their Lumberry or whatever, which will be really nice. I can get rid of Leftovers. I can get rid of Nidoqueen's possible Life Orb. I can get rid of a lot of stuff. And this makes, and I also can prevent the Mega Blastoise from being a 100% switch-in. I can also prevent Rocks from the Registeel, and in the case that maybe I might have it against a Selgor, I can limit him to 1 layer of spikes, which would be really good, because I don't want a lot of spikes. Taunt can also shut down Audino. It can shut down his Cursed Snorlax, and then I can use some of my other mons to beat it. Taunt is just so good against his team, just because he has a lot of bulk. Big Pex, again, I don't know. Does he have him on that might be Click and Crunch? Maybe Nidoqueen. Switching on Crunch. Don't get my defense lowered so I can be... No, I don't know. I didn't need Overcoat. He doesn't have any Weather Mons. He doesn't have any Spore moves, so... So the next Mon is my Clefable. And this is literally one of the most complicated spreads that I've ever come up with. The only one that I can think of that was more complicated was when I built an Amoonguss that could 1v1 a Slowbro. So we are bringing in Unaware Clefable this time, with Moonblast, Wish, Protect, and Heal Bell with that EV spread. Whew! I don't know if I'm still not ready looking at that EV spread. That is just something else. Alright, so this EV spread. He has multiple setup mons. He has a Snorlax. He has, with Curse, he has a Nasty Plot Raichu. He has a Calm Mind Audino. He has a Calm Mind Cresselia. He has a Dragon Dance Salamence. He has a Curse Registeel. All of these cannot beat my Clefable. I have enough bulk from HP defense and special defense to not be 2-hit KO'd by Raichu's Thunderbolt, Life Orb Thunderbolt. I think. Was it the no, there's like a 99% chance for me to live it. I had to, you know, there had to be some give somewhere. But I am not 2-hit KO'd. I don't think I'm 3-hit KO'd by Snorlax's uninvested Body Slam. Even fully invested, I think I can still live it. Kitty. I am not 2-hit KO'd by Registeel's Iron Head. I'm not 2-hit KO'd by any move that Cresselia can shoot at me. I am not OHKO'd by Salamence's Iron Tail, unless he's Life Orb. But if he starts starting up Dragon Dances, I don't think he'll be a Life Orb, because that's really bad for him. That's what the bulk does. I have enough speed just to make sure that stuff like the Registeel, stuff like the Audino, maybe the Snorlax, etc., cannot speed creep me. I have enough special attack so that I can knock out Salamence with the Moonblast after Rocks. Granted, he has no bulk, but I don't expect him to be able to run a lot of bulk on a Dragon Dance set because he needs the speed so he can speed tie with Jirachi beforehand or Choice Scarf Jirachi after the Dragon Dance. I'm sorry, I'm just playing with my kitty. My kitty is just like all over me right now. So that's that. This really helps me answer all the setup. I don't believe I'm OHKO'd by Landorus' Sludge Wave, but I could be wrong in case he starts running up Rock Polishes, and I can deal some damage there. What are you doing? What the hell are you doing? You. Hey, what are you doing? You weirdo. You weirdo. Okay. Anyway. Heal Bell prevents status, which could very well happen. He has some mons that, like Cresselia, could Thunder Wave, or Toxic, or Entei that could burn a bunch of stuff. Raichu, which could paralyze something. Nidoqueen can toxic stuff. Blastoise can toxic stuff. Registeel can toxic stuff. I don't want status to be sticking on my team because that's going to be really bad for me. This needs to stay healthy, and this also helps keep some of my other mons healthy with Wish support. This is the most unprofessional video ever. I'm just well, other than that one Showdown Live. Okay, so the next one we are bringing, I have some defense. I have some ways to answer those checks. I want to go on the offense, and what better way to go on the offense than with the Mega Opening? I have Limber again. There's no reason to never not run Limber because I can switch in on Thunder Wave before I Mega Evolve. Fake Out, Return, High Jump Kick, and Ice Punch. Very standard, but there's nothing else that I really want to run. If I wear down the Cresselia enough, hopefully Lopunny just comes in and just bodies him because Cresselia is his best check to it. Ice Punch will obliterate Landorus and the Salamence. High Jump Kick obliterates Snorlax and Entei and Raichu and Audino and Mega Blastoise and a Selgor. I think the only reason I have Return is just for that Nidoqueen. There was another reason I had Return. Oh, for Cresselia. In case Cresselia gets a little worn down and Return is 2 KO. So there's that. I have enough speed for the Raichu. I thought about running enough speed for some other stuff like Choice Scarf Nidoqueen, but I don't like a Choice Scarf minus Nidoqueen, but I don't think he'll ever bring that. If he brings Choice Scarf Nidoqueen, he's going to make it faster than Mega Lopunny in the first place. So I have Adamant with some bulk, which is always good. This will be hitting really hard and just overall being a great revenge killer, being a great nuisance to his team, and just being the biggest offensive threat that I could have. The next mon is probably going to be my lead this time. And wait, why do I have Clear Body? There we go. Yeah, Liquideers is better just because. Is there a reason to have Clear Body? I don't know. Maybe if he Focus Blast and gets my Speed F drop with Raichu. I don't know. Anyway, this will probably be my lead because it does beat a lot of his stuff. It scares out the Landorus Incarnate thanks to the air balloon. It scares out the Salamence because of burn and potential ice beaming. Maybe his Raichu might lead, but if it does, then that's going to be bad. He's a Celgor. I do have the Magic Coat this time. This is a little surprise for him. I am bringing Magic Coat to stop Spike Stacking because I really don't want the Spike Stack, guys. I have Acid Spray to 1v1 the Snorlax better, potentially, if Clefable isn't able to do it. Well, if he comes in on Snorlax and tries to start setting up curses, I Acid Spray once, maybe twice, and then go out to Clefable and blow him back with Moonblast. So there's that. Rapid Spin, because again, I don't want hazards on my team. It puts a lot of stuff in range if it's attacks. And Magic Coat is Magic Coat. Now, this is my switching to a few of his things. I'm sorry, guys, I'm so yawning. My sleep schedule is still really off. I can switch in on Registeel pretty easily. I can potentially switch in on Salamence because I can potentially come in on Salamence after as like a way to scare him out with potential ice beaming. I don't want to reveal all my moveset really quickly. I want to save some of the moves, so he might think I have ice beams, so he might think I have knockoffs, or I might think I have this and that when I don't. I can come in on Audino. I can come in on the biggest thing. One thing that this Tentacle is supposed to do is come in on the Mega Blastoise. I can Scald it, I can Acid Spray it, I can do all kinds of stuff to it, and I can take its hits, and I outspeed it if it is modest, which is great. That's what the speed investment is for. Even with no Spadef, I don't really need too much Spadef to be able to take it on. I also have Mana Buzz to take it on if I need to, because I'm only 2-hit KO'd by 2 max. No. If I lose my leftovers, then he has a chance to 2-hit KO me from full with Ice Beam, but it's like a really low chance. It's like 43 to 51, I think is the roll. Woo! I just got rid of everything. There we go. But what this does is it provides a great utility mon. The air balloon scares out the Landorus. Really afraid of that Landorus. That air balloon could potentially scare out Salamence if it doesn't think that Dragon Claw will kill, which it won't from full at +1, I believe. And there's Magic Coat just a lot to his team, actually. Like, I can Magic Coat back some status moves. I can Magic Coat back the Spikes, which is the biggest thing. I can Magic Coat back Toxic from Audino, from... I can... Woo! Yawn Central! I can Magic Coat his Rocks, his Toxic Spikes, whatever I need to do, which is great. So, like I said, spread is pretty explanatory, just enough for modest Blastoise, and then the rest in bulk. Now, the last Mon, again, guys, I am so afraid of this Landorus Incarnate. It literally can 6-0 me. And I have checks to it. I have checks to Salamence to an extent. I have checks to Mega Blastoise. I have checks to Registeel, etc. But some of this stuff can get out of control. Like his Registeel might be getting, like, it could kill my Mega Lopunny. Registeel can kill Mega Lopunny. Chople Berry counter, something that I have run before. Can kill my Mega Lopunny if I feel like it's gonna start being really a big threat. I have my red button. This last mon is my red button against a weakened Registeel, against a Salamence, against a Landorus, against potentially Entei, depending on what it's locked into. I have this big red button that will be my safety net, that I will push if things get out of hand, and that is my Choice Scarfed Sceptile Nuketown. Now, another crazy spread and a weird looking moveset. What this does is it comes in on the Salamence or Landorus if it's getting out of control. I outspeed it if they are Scarfed or if they have +1, and I can blow them back with Leaf Storm. Not Leaf Storm, Hidden Power Ice. Hidden Power Ice is an OHKO on both Landorus Incarnate and Salamence after rocks damage. 1 layer of rocks. Granted, they don't have any bulk, which they can't run bulk whatsoever because they need to outspeed stuff like Jirachi, or Jirachi will body them. Hidden Power Ice beats those two. Leaf Storm is the general stab move, which just blows back the Mega Blastoise. Low Kick hits the Snorlax, hits the Audino, hits the Registeel, and then EQ hits stuff like the Raichu and the Entei. That's it. Nidoqueen it's hit by Leaf Storm pretty hard. Selgor does not want to take anything because Selgor. That's that. I have enough speed, again, to outspeed the Salamence or the Landers Incarnate. I don't have enough speed for the Raichu because I'd rather have the investment. And a Choice Guard for Raichu would be literally, if he brings Raichu and it's a Choice Guard, that is the best possible scenario. That means it is super weak. That means it is not setting up nasty plots. It's great. I have enough special attack to kill, like I said, kill the Landers Incarnate and the Salamence after rocks with Ember Ice, and then the rest goes into attack just to make Low Kick and Earthquake as strong as possible. So, that is the team. I'm scared for this match. Really scared. Might come out with a loss because Skyyrisee is very good. He is a very good planner. He is a very good player. But hopefully your New York Metagross will come out on top and end up 3-1. Hope you guys are rooting for me. I hope you guys have a great time. I'll see you next time. Well, I'll see you tomorrow.